Hello friends, if you're part of the family, welcome back. If you're new here and you're checking me out for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Consider joining our family. Hit that subscribe button in the bottom and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. So we would love to welcome you to our family. We are continuing the New City Catechism book. And it is 52 questions and answers for our heart and our minds. And this book has been a blessing for me and my family. We are going through it with our kids. Every week we try to do a question and answer. And we are doing today question... Let's see, last time we did question 6, which was how can we glorify God? And the answer to that was by loving Him and by obeying His commands and His laws. And today we're going to be doing question 7. Question 7 says the following, it says the following. I can't talk today, it's Monday. It says, what does the law of God require, right? So how do we glorify God? By being obedient, by loving Him, being obedient to His commands and His law. Well, what does the law of God require? So they kind of just, continues on with that path. And for that, we're going to turn to Matthew 27, verses 37 through 40. All right, and this says, and Jesus said to him, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the great and the first commandment, and a second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these 2 commands depend all the law and the prophets. I love how Jesus just goes right to the heart of things, right? And even when it comes to the law, there are these 2 specific laws or commandments in the law that summarize the entire law. Okay, and the first one, like we read here in Matthew, is love the Lord with all of our heart and our soul and our mind, which means we have to love Him with everything that I am, right? That is what I am, primarily, right? My heart, my soul, my mind, everything that I am consists of those 3 things. So I'm to love God primarily with everything that I am, all the time, right? So that is the first one. The second one is to love our neighbor as ourselves. So important, right? So like I said, all of these commandments and all the law is boiled down to these 2. These 2 are primarily it. So if we are working towards doing these 2 and completing these 2 and living our lives to serve the Lord and love the Lord in these ways, that we don't have to sit there and say, okay, am I lying? Am I coveting? Am I murdering? Am I stealing? No, it's saying, how am I loving the Lord with all my heart, soul, mind, which is, I believe, is the first few commandments that have to do with God. Love Him, do not have any idols before you, etc. The first few commandments have to do with us and God, and the rest is us and our neighbor. So primarily those 2. Okay, so what is the answer to what does the law of God require? And the long answer is personal, perfect, and perpetual obedience. That we love God with all our heart, soul, and mind, and strength. And our strength has to do even with like our bodies, right? We love God, yes, with our mind, our heart, our soul, but with our body, with our strength. And love our neighbor as ourselves. What God forbids shall never be done, and what God commands shall always be done. I love how it's very clear cut. It's very black and white. What He does not want us to do, we will not do. What He does want us to do, we will do it. So we are sinning if we are not loving Him, we're not glorifying Him, we're not obeying Him. If we do something, right, that He tells us not to do, and if we don't do something that He calls us to do. Okay, I believe that's like the sin of omission, where we just don't do something that He has called us to do. Preach the gospel, love others. And His commands are, right, to love Him with all our heart, soul, and mind. So if we are Christians and we don't love Him, hey, do we really know Him, right? And if we are not serving our brother and sister, hey, like this is what God has called us to do. Why are we not doing it? So do we want to glorify Him? Do we love Him? So yeah, again, I love how the law just boils down to these 2. And that's the long answer, but the short one, right? So if someone were to ask you, well, what does the law of God require? what does the law of God say? What are all these laws? What is all these laws about? And we can say, well, that we love our God. The law consists of the fact that we can love our God with all our heart, soul, and mind and strength, and love our neighbors as ourselves. And now, just again, a reminder that now we are able to do it because of Christ, what Christ did on our behalf. That now we have a redeemed spirit, that we are able to be obedient. Before we weren't able to. So before we were guilty of sinning in so many ways, but sinning, doing things that God called us not to do, and sinning by not doing things that God has called us to do. But now in Christ, we are able to. We have the Spirit which can lead us or will lead us to victory in these areas. Okay, so again, I love that. And that is based in Matthew 22:37-40. And again, what does the law of God require? That we love God with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength, and we love our neighbor as ourselves. So I think even looking at this where it says we love our God with all of our heart, soul, and mind and strength. Again, I remember when my husband and I were dating, you didn't have to tell me to call him, right? I was like texting and calling him, and sometimes we would like talk till like 3 in the morning on the phone. I wanted to spend time with him. I wanted to hear how his day was going. Like, it didn't seem like it was a burden to text him, hey, how are you? Or to call him, or to go out with him, or to spend time with him. And it is like that still now. So when we love someone with our mind, with our strength, with our soul, man, it shouldn't be a burden. And that's how it is when we come to Christ. It's amazing, and it's a gift, and it's a privilege that we are even able to do that. Okay. All right, guys. So that's about it. Short and sweet today. Lord willing, in our next video, I will discuss question 8. And question 8, I'll give you a little sneak peek, is what is the law of God stated in the 10 Commandments? So we're going to start talking about now the 10 Commandments. All right, guys, that's about it. Don't forget, our only hope in life and death is in Christ Jesus. Stay tuned for a few messages for myself. Love you all, and I will see you on my next video. Bye. Hey friends, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to stop by in here and watch my videos. It really does mean the world to me that you guys take the time out of your day to hear me out and to watch my content. I have a few messages that I would like to share with you all. They will not take long at all, I promise. So number 1, I accept prayer requests. So if there's something you would like for me to pray over, me and my family, just let me know, contact me. You can either leave a comment below, you can email me, or you can contact me through Instagram, and I will definitely be praying for you. All right, number 2, if you are on social media, you should totally be following me. I'm gonna go ahead and put my handler here in the bottom so you guys can check it out and follow me. And the reason why is because I post a lot more content over there, especially on Instagram. I'm in the Insta stories. I post a lot about my life and my kids and just our everyday. And there's a lot more content over there than here and even on Facebook. So if you're on social media, hop on over and go check me out. And number 3, if you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. Go ahead and join our family. We have a lot of fun here. I post videos on beauty, I do vlogs, I do videos, recipes with my kids. I do a little bit of everything, especially Bible studies. So go ahead and subscribe and join our family. All right, guys, so that's about it. Short and sweet, just a few messages for you. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget, our hope in life and death is in Christ Jesus, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.